Hi everyone, I'm Pat.gillham. I'm Director and a Specialist Golf Physiotherapist at Driving Performance Golf. It's a specialist golf injury clinic at the World of Golf driving range in New Malden. We've previously talked about outer hip pain. This is part 2 of a 3-part video series looking at exercises to resolve different areas of hip pain for golfers. The next area we're going to look at is groin pain. So quite common in golfers, purely because we get a lot of rotation. So with right-handers on their lead hip, so their opposite hip, we can get a lot of closing into the hip joint, which can cause groin pain. Subsequently, with right-handers on the backswing as well, again we get that closing and rotation pattern in here. Mobility exercises can help, but a lot of times actually long-term changes come more from resistance exercises. So we've got 3 exercises here, and do them as a circuit. Shouldn't take more than about 15-20 minutes and should help to resolve this groin pain. So the first one is called an adductor plank. So let's say my groin pain is on the right hand side. The adductor plank, we're going to go into a side plank position. We've got your top foot, or the sore area, the sore hip, on an elevated surface. So let's say a chair or maybe a sofa at home, and the bottom foot stays on the floor. Bring your toes towards you, and all we're doing is raising, getting the elbow, the hip and the foot all in line, and we're just holding that for 30 seconds. And you repeat this 3 times. So we should feel like we're getting quite a big workload through the inside muscles on the sore hip and the outside muscles on the opposite hip. We don't ever really want pain during these exercises. It's okay to feel maybe a max of 4 out of 10 pain, but ultimately if you're getting a bit more than 4 out of 10 during or after, then the resistance is probably a little bit too hard. So that's exercise number 1. Exercise number 2, all we need is a resistance band. So this is just a small loop band. Again, you can buy them in sets of different resistance on the internet. Really easy to apply. And we're going to go into we're going to be doing a hip flexion bridge. So onto your back, nice and flat. Have your knees at about a 60 to 90 degree angle. We're lifting the hips, try not to bring it through the lower back. So we really want to squeeze the bum. It should be the bum that's working. And in this position, we pull. Keep your toes towards you. And again, in this position, we're holding for 30 seconds times 3. If it's too hard, you can have your hands down. We don't need too much height through the opposite hip. And we're trying to maintain that position until we can't. If you fatigue before 30 seconds, just work up to that time period as well. And then the last one, exactly the same with the band, okay? Putting it around the knees and just maybe against a door frame or a door handle, for example. We're doing what's called a bit of a ski sit. So about 90 degrees in this position. And all we're doing against the band is we're pulling out and then in, out and in, for a 30-second time frame. You don't want to move the feet. So the feet stay nice and still, and we're trying to get as much movement of the knees in isolation. So if I look at that from the front, we're in a ski squat position, and we're just pulsing in and out for 30 seconds. Ideally, we should feel these start to work a little bit harder, maybe the thighs as well. So those 3 exercises, you go from one to the other, and then to the other, and to the other, and then you repeat 3 times. And ideally, we should see changes in the groin pain over a 6 to 8 week window. If you are suffering from groin pain, you're not quite sure what to do and you need some expert advice, please feel free to email me directly, pat.gillham@drivingperfgolf.co.uk, and I'd love to help. Hope that's useful.